Have you ever gotten to a point where you view your life to be meaningless? Something depressing? Something you just don't want anymore? Now, here's a bit more of a serious question that only you can answer. Have you ever attempted to kill yourself? If so, why? If you know me in person or have been following this channel for longer than 4 months or so, you'll know that my answer to this question is, well, I've been there. Regardless, I'm here making this video today. See, there are a lot of motivational and positive insight videos on the internet at the moment, and you can classify this one as one of those for the most part, because that's what it is. A while back I made a video called An Option in Life, where I spoke about suicide and gave my thoughts on the matter. Today, I want to expand on those thoughts, but not only limit myself to the topic of suicide, I would also like to freely speak of depression. If these topics are something that you wish not to hear about, do not click away. Not yet, at least. Hear me out. This is my opinion. This is how I view things to be in life. Because people matter. Doesn't matter who they are. People matter. Now, enough introducing the topic. Let's get to it. I myself have depression. Well, I suffer from it. This is because it runs in my family. Somewhere in there. Nothing ever truly happened to me that would make me depressed, at least to the level I'm at, or nothing happened that I remember. But usually, when something bad happens in my life, I tend to turn away from all that is positive. From everything that could potentially improve my situation and stop me from being so depressed and upset all the time. I get scolded a lot for doing this by a lot of different people, even to this day. You see, in life, you're never really alone. No, I'm not referring to the whole religious aspect of life. I'm referring to the people who care about you. Now, just because you feel alone and that no one understands you, that doesn't really mean it's true. That's your opinion. I lived through this. I always thought I was nothing to people, that no one cared, that if I died, everything would move on as it once did. But then this one crazy nerdy girl proved all of that to be false. See, in life, you will view things based on your emotions, and that which only proves you right at that moment. So, when you're depressed, you're only going to focus on the negatives, because that's your motivation to stay the way that you are. If you want to commit suicide, same thing. You just look at the reasons for why you want to commit suicide, never the good in life. This crazy nerdy girl, however, taught me that bad times are temporary, that waiting is a crucial part for everything to turn out good in the end. To this day, this crazy nerdy girl, who is a passionate, intelligent fangirl for the most part, still cares about me, and that is probably one of the most comforting things out there. I'm pretty sure those of you who have been through an event and you tell someone about it and they care about you and they show that care, you can relate to this because it's something that just feels great. Well, what if you haven't found that person who cares? Well, I have a few questions for you. First off, are you isolating yourself, not really interacting with others? 2, are you hanging out with the correct people? The people who you can actually call your friends? There's so many questions that could be asked here, but this is the last one. Have you ever stopped in the middle of your thinking and decided to look at all the good that has happened in your life? At all the people that have helped you grow as a person and helped you get up to the point where you're at? One little hiccup in life doesn't mean the end of it. You were able to get this far in life, get through all the pain and suffering that you went through, all these events in your life that changed you so that you could once again be happy. It always turns out the same. You go through something bad and you'll eventually be happy. You grow as a person and you learn from it. Once, a girl told me, just because there are more downs than ups in life, doesn't mean the ups aren't more valuable. This girl was someone who was also depressed. And she would always have a smile on her face. It wasn't fake because she showed me that this quote itself is true. She cherished all the ups and paid little to no attention to the downs. There's always a rainbow after the storm. Your life has more meaning than just the sadness you think you have.